What's up, everybody? This is Ergojo, and I'm bringing you guys part 2 of what Zarathos was in Dragon Ball. Now, I explained about Zarathos training Goku and how he became incredibly strong. With this, Goku most likely have his family and Zarathos being kind of a grandfather like to Gohan, was able to teach him much more stuff about the Earth and how it functions. When of course Chi being kind of a little bit against it because of Zarathos being practically a spirit of vengeance. She's kind of not like Zarathos, but eventually she finds out that he's practically an archangel, an angel who practically was stuck in the eternal hell, which was practically trapped by Daishinkin's brother, Lucifer, or one of his students. So yeah, with this, of course, Zarathos being irritated to practically hear his former brother's name, Lucifer. He hated him a lot. Ever since the betrayal he did not only to him, but the angels in the entire multiverse, Zarathos hates Lucifer to his heart. But he also knows that Lucifer may escape sooner or later. He must get stronger. Zarathos also knows the heritage about the Saiyans and their transformations, so he's able to teach Goku how to transform to Super Saiyan in Super Saiyan 2. He even knows about the Super Saiyan 2 transformation, teaching his incredible knowledge about being an angel. Once Zarathos was able to teach Goku how to transform into those transformations, Goku is incredibly powerful and strong in his own right. Goku at this point is already equal, if not even stronger, than his original Majin Buu counterpart from the original timeline. With Zarathos also gaining incredible gains to his power, able to earn Kaioken from King Kai thanks to not having his angelic staff. He doesn't have it because he was practically stuck in an eternal dark hell, which practically restricted his abilities as an angel, so he doesn't have his staff anymore. But he can create it, he just needs to go powerful enough so he can do it. Of course, Zarathos knows about the Supreme Kais, but he thinks that maybe he should talk to them a little bit later. Now is not the time. As Zarathos is able to learn the Kaioken from King Kai, able to increase his power, and due to his immortal body, he can increase the Kaioken as much as he wants, even to times infinity, which just proves that his power is growing much more powerful. He's not awakening his angelic form, but he does possess incredible power because of it. Zarathos will also realize that he has a glimpse of his true form, of his angelic form. A glimpse of it that practically resides in him with blue flames, angelic flames, which only he was able to do, unlike his all other siblings. Of course, I also remember Whis and how he's the protector and angel of Universe 7, while he was the previous angel of Universe 7 and, of course, Universe 1. So, yeah. Zarathos is incredibly powerful and strong individual. He is practically the strongest out of all angels. Even though Zarathos does not possess angelic abilities, his abilities right now are equal to God of Destructions, if almost close to the angels. With the Kaioken, Zarathos is most likely able to reach his siblings' power by now, even though he doesn't have his own original angelic powers. Of course, Goku able to master all transformation thanks to Zarathos. Zarathos is also able to teleport all the Saiyans. Instead of just them coming to Earth, Zarathos decided to just bring him here. He explains his plan about destroying Frieza, but of course, all Saiyans actually telling Zarathos that Frieza has been training ever since he heard about the spirit adventures going throughout the universe to keep life safe. With Zarathos actually being irritated by Frieza, so this Mud thinks he can beat him? Huh, we just have to see. Of course, Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz already have Super Saiyan to train with Frieza a little bit. With their training with Zarathos, they were able to achieve the Super Saiyan 2 and 3 transformation. Also, Zarathos will not actually allow Kami to kill Goku's tail, so it means that Goku already has his tail. With this, Zarathos is able to help Goku achieve the Super Saiyan 4 transformation alongside the other Saiyans. Before they both Vegeta, Raditz, and Nappa most likely became good people because of Zarathos' influence around their souls. So they were able to be purified and not be guilty around him. Zarathos was also able to control his lust for vengeance, practically destroy and absorb evil souls. You're probably able to remove a little part of that lust that he wants from it, so he's able to control himself. He can practically consume regular food, so he can practically suppress that. So it's just pretty hard for him. But if he finds Frieza, he's definitely gonna eat his soul, no matter how many times he has to kill him. Eventually, all Saiyans were actually incredibly powerful. I'm not saying that they're incredibly powerful to the point that they're Super Saiyan 4 transformation, or it may be even more powerful than Super Saiyan God transformation thanks to Zarathos. Zarathos actually having a little bit of a glimpse amount of his God Key, he's able to give him a little bit of his God Key so they can choose saying God. It just a glimpse of his Zarathos God Key is incredibly powerful. But Evadur were able to choose saying God while Rats and Nappa are still struggling to achieve it. While Zarathos also would have trained the humans and Kami so they can get incredibly powerful. Zarathos was able to grant Kami his Zero back and able to train him alongside Piccolo Jr. Piccolo Jr. also been raised by Kami thanks to Zarathos helping him. With this, Kami is able to increase his power and reach a power level of 250 million, while the humans will most likely would have reached from power levels from 10 to 200 million, while Piccolo Jr. has the strongest out of all of them at 100 billion, while the Saiyans are practically above them, and while Gohan does struggle to keep up with his father, he does train with Zarathos, and Zarathos practically holds back so he can train Gohan. He does respect the kid and sees all potential in him to become a great warrior and a protector of Earth, and not even the entire universe even. So Zarathos does train Gohan and he actually sees a glimpse of Gohan's true potential. When he actually fought Gohan, Gohan actually increased his power so much that his hair turned from a silver white color and his eyes became red for just a glimpse of a moment. Zarathos realizes that Gohan maybe have form even beyond something as a Super Saiyan God, even more powerful than that. So he may think that Gohan might be the key to defeat Frieza, but he's still young, so he does have to wait for that. Of course, Zarathos does continue his own training, so he can improve himself. Knowing about the time chamber, he does use it a lot. Since he cannot age and he is practically immortal, he can do as much training as he wants, practically spending thousands of years inside the time chamber as he trains. Zarathos by the time is able to master all his demonic energy and Ganki that is able to regain after he was practically turned into half a demon and an angel as well. With this, Zarathos is actually able to regain most of his previous power, but he cannot access Ultra Instinct or anything else. He can do access his angelic staff, but anything else he cannot. It seems that his abilities are still suppressed because of Lucifer. Since their battle was incredibly intense and he practically trapped inside the Eternal Hell, he's been struggling to regain all his abilities back, even how tough training he is doing throughout many years. Eventually, Zarathos, after a full year has been passed, Zarathos tells the Saiyans that they are now ready to face off against Frieza, as he uses Angelic Staff to teleport to Frieza's location, which is around a planet near Namek. Zarathos tells Frieza that it is time that he should die here and now. Frieza chuckles as he pops up to his golden form, telling the spirit of vengeance to bring it on. But Zarathos just chuckles, telling him that he's not gonna face him, his students will, as he shows the Saiyans. Of course, Frieza is just irritated that he's comparing him to stupid monkeys, but as Goku and Vegeta powered up to Super Saiyan 4, they're easy to overpower Frieza. Frieza having enough, powers up into his own god form, which actually surprises Zarathos. How is Frieza able to do that? Frieza tells Zarathos that he's able to achieve this form by incredible tough training. It took him a long time to find another time chamber that resides on Earth. He thought he didn't hear that from the scouts, did he? As Zarathos gets a little bit angered, Frieza powers up to his own god form. With this power, practically shaking the entire universe. Zoro is actually surprised by Frieza's power. It's almost equalizing Beerus' power, which is incredibly impressive. Zoro tells Frieza he's quite impressive, but his students are pretty powerful in their own right. Frieza is still irritated by Zoro's cocky tone, as both Goku and Vegeta power up to Super Saiyan Blue is perfected. With both their powers, they're easily able to match the god Frieza. But Frieza, using his power, is able to overpower both of them. Zarathos is able to also teach Goku and Vegeta the fusion dance. They're able to provide it and transform into Gogeta Blue. Gogeta Blue is able to keep up with Frieza, but he is not able to overpower him. Zarathos decided he had enough of the show. He tells Gogeta that he'll handle most of the work. Gogeta, of course, wants to defeat Frieza, but he knows that Zarathos has a grudge against him, so he decides to let that happen. Zarathos also can feel a little bit of Lucifer's energy within Frieza, and he tells him if he has met someone named Lucifer. Frieza tells him that he has. He's the one that trained him and gave him this power. Zarathos, enraged, tells Frieza that his soul is stained by the blood of the innocents, and it's time he pays the sins that he has caused throughout the entire universe. As Zarathos rushes against Frieza with a powerful blow to his stomach, Frieza is knocked out of his god form and instantly to his golden form. Frieza is surprised at how Zarathos can actually do that, and how is he back to his golden form? Why? Zarathos explains that he's able to recover a little bit of an ability he was able to gain when he trained with his father, Daishinken. It's called the angelic siphoning. Lucifer has a version of his own which siphons all different types of God key, or you can say a God key and Omni key, while his can siphon any type of key no matter what it is, and he can practically control it to the bare minimum. The surprise Frieza is Zarathos glows with a much more red color, seemingly as he was acting his own god form. Zarathos tells Frieza that it's time for him to finish this lizard once and for all, and as he grabs his face, Zarathos tells him, burn. As he burns his entire skeleton, Frieza shouts in pain as his soul is devoured by Zarathos. As Zarathos feels all the sins of Frieza into his face, he's able to practically destroy Frieza's soul. Frieza's soul being so much corrupted that he's able to practically give Zarathos most of his abilities, able to practically regain almost all his angelic abilities. He cannot access his angelic form, but all his other abilities are with him right now. Zarathos realizes that someone that possesses Lucifer's power also possesses a portion of his own power, and Frieza actually possesses a big portion of it. Means that Lucifer is getting stronger. Huh. Guess I'm not the one who's getting stronger, huh? As Zarathos tells to himself. He then looks at the Saiyans and tells them that he should train even more, even harder than they have been training, because they're gonna face another threat, a Martian, who's gonna be coming to Earth after 7 years. If you're wondering why I'm not including the androids, most likely that those drones would have been killed by Zarathos a long time ago, but Zarathos will actually decide to let the androids be there, unless I help Bulma with it. If you're wondering, this is around 2 years time skip, so yeah. With this, Zarathos is able to practically help Bulma to practically function the androids, able to remove the brainwash, and everything is alright with them. Of course, both happens and we thank Zarathos, with Zarathos telling them there's no problem. He's always happy to help an innocent soul. Zarathos may look cruel, but he's indeed a good person in his own right. Zarathos does continue to train the Saiyans and even Gohan, eventually after those years. If wondering, Cell does not exist, practically because Zarathos was able to destroy Jiro, so most likely that Future Cell does not exist nor the future timeline, so yeah. While Zarathos would continue to train the Saiyans, he also would train Gohan, always remembering that glimpse of power that Gohan had when he was a kid. That power was incredible, even matching his own when he was at his best. Zarathos thinks that maybe if he retires, he may have time to choose Gohan to be the next Archangel of the entire multiverse. Of course, Gohan still thinks that he's not worthy of it, but Zarathos tells him that his soul, his heart, and his mind is enough pure to be one. Of course, Gohan does accept Zarathos' request, but he tells him that he will think about it. With Zarathos telling him that is his own choice, he's not gonna force him. As they continue their training, Zarathos is able to help both Goku and Vegeta access their transformation. Zarathos is actually able to control both the Destroyer Key and Angelic Key. That's why he was called an Archangel. He can possess any type of key, even comparable to someone as Omni Key, which his Angelic Key is incredibly superior to any other angels, even his own father. With this, both Goku and Vegeta were able to access Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego, but Vegeta is only able to access his Destroyer mode, not the full Ultra Ego. Zarathos does tell Vegeta that his power in Ultra Ego is the first step. His Destroyer form is the first step to Ultra Ego, which will provide his full power. Vegeta nods as he tells Zarathos that he will continue to train so he gets much more powerful. Zarathos nods as he tells him that he will be waiting for Vegeta's power to increase. While Zarathos will continue to train Goku of using Ultra Instinct. Zarathos knows how Ultra Instinct works. He's been training with it for many years. So he's able to help Goku and provide him of how to control it. He's also helped Vegeta also as well. Even though they're currently powerful, they still struggle to it. Goku and Vegeta were able to master their first stage of Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego, but they're not able to access the perfected and full version of their transformation. While Zarathos is still helping them, he's also helping both Nappa and Rise achieve their own powers. He knows about how they want to combine Super Saiyan 4 with their godly transformation, and it's been struggling for them since they cannot actually do that. So Zarathos is able to help them and give them a little bit of tip of advice of how to use it. Zarathos also helps Gohan and continues to train him of using the regular Super Saiyan transformation. Gohan actually decides to stick with Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan 2 and 1, of course even God and Blue, seeing them as a much more beneficial transformation for him, with Zarathos of course agreeing to it. Eventually Gohan is quite powerful, almost able to catch up with both Goku and Vegeta who have been training with Zarathos much longer than even Raditz and Nappa. With this, the Saiyans will get incredibly strong and powerful, but do you guys think that there will be enough to face this new threat of Majin Buu? Will it be easy to defeat him? Will Zarathos regain all his powers? Will he meet Whis? That's the question. They will be answered in the next part. See you around, guys. I'm Ego, your host. See you next time.